Welcome to this week's security brief for week 22. Before we start, make sure you are subscribed for future content. In our first story, a significant data breach that has affected millions, Sav-Rx, a prescription management company, has announced a massive data breach impacting over 2.8 million people in the United States. This cyber attack, which occurred in October 2023, has raised serious concerns about the security of personal data and the measures companies take to protect it. The breach was reported by Sav-Rx, also known as A&A Services, a pharmacy benefit management company that handles prescription drug services for employers, unions, and other organizations across the U.S. Personal data was stolen during a cyber attack. The types of data exposed include sensitive information that could potentially be used for identity theft. The incident was first detected on October 8, 2023, with the company's IT systems being restored the very next business day. However, the full investigation took almost 8 months, concluding only on April 30, 2024. The breach affected individuals across the United States, with Sav-Rx headquartered in the U.S. and serving a nationwide clientele. While the exact motive behind the cyber attack is still under investigation, such incidents often aim to steal personal information for malicious purposes such as identity theft or financial fraud. Sav-Rx has taken several steps in response to this incident, including setting up a 24/7 security operations center, implementing multi-factor authentication, and enhancing their network security with upgraded firewalls and encryption. Despite these measures, the company urges those impacted to remain vigilant and monitor their credit reports for any fraudulent activity. They have also provided a 2-year credit monitoring and identity theft protection service to the affected individuals. If you believe you might be one of the affected individuals, you're encouraged to call Sav-Rx to confirm your status. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story and bring you the latest updates. Moreover, Check Point, a renowned cybersecurity firm, has issued an advisory. An ongoing campaign by threat actors is targeting Check Point remote access VPN devices. The company's advisory was released on Monday, but the unauthorized access attempts were identified by May 24, 2024. The attacks are global, affecting enterprise networks using Check Point's VPN solutions. The attackers are exploiting old local accounts that use insecure password-only authentication methods. Check Point's remote access VPN, integrated into all network firewalls, is currently under siege. Attackers are bypassing security by targeting gateways with outdated local accounts. These accounts, which should employ certificate authentication for added security, are being used with just passwords, making them vulnerable to breaches. A spokesperson for Check Point revealed to Bleeping Computer that there have been a few attempts globally, enough to signify a worrying trend. The company has been proactive in monitoring these attempts to gain unauthorized access to VPNs of Check Point's customers. In response to these attacks, Check Point has urged customers to scrutinize their accounts for vulnerabilities on Quantum Security Gateway and CloudGuard network security products, as well as on mobile access and remote access VPN software blades. Customers are advised to switch to a more secure authentication methods or to delete vulnerable local accounts from the Security Management Server database. Furthermore, Check Point has released a hotfix that blocks all local accounts from authenticating with a password, effectively preventing logins via remote access VPN with weak password-only authentication. This incident is not isolated. Check Point is the second company after Cisco to warn about their VPN devices being targeted in recent attacks. These campaigns have been traced back to TOR exit nodes, and various anonymization tools indicate a sophisticated effort to evade detection. Security researcher Aaron Martin has linked this activity to an undocumented malware botnet named Brutus, which controls a vast network of IP addresses. Additionally, the UAT 4356 hacking group, also known as Storm 1849, has been utilizing zero-day bugs in government network breaches since November 2023. We urge all viewers using Check Point's VPN solutions to follow the company's guidance and strengthen their security measures. For more information, customers can refer to the support article provided by Check Point. Moving on, the renowned auction house, Christie's, has confirmed a data breach. The confirmation comes after threats from a ransomware group known as RansomHub. RansomHub added Christie's to its extortion page on the dark web, claiming that it had breached the company and stolen sensitive client data. The group has given Christie's a little over 5 days from the time of the report to respond before they leak the company's stolen data. In more detail, RansomHub has listed Christie's on its extortion portal, threatening to leak the company's stolen data if their demands are not met within the specified time frame. A spokesperson from Christie's confirmed to Bleeping Computer that the company had indeed suffered a data breach that impacted some clients. While RansomHub is often considered a ransomware gang, no encryptor has been found for the operation. This suggests that their current modus operandi involves data theft attacks or partnering with other threat actors to extort companies. This is not the first time RansomHub has been in the news. They have previously published files containing personal information about patients across different healthcare providers, too. They have also shared pieces of data stolen in the Change Healthcare cyberattack as they sought ransom payments. Moving on, a critical vulnerability in Fortinet security systems has been exploited, leaving countless networks at risk. The exploit was developed by the Horizon Attack Team, a group of security researchers known for uncovering significant vulnerabilities. This particular exploit targets a maximum severity vulnerability in Fortinet's Security Information and Event Management (SIEM) solution, which allows remote command execution as root without requiring authentication. The vulnerability, identified as CVE 2024-23108, was patched by Fortinet back in February. However, it's only now that the proof of concept (POC) exploit has been released by Horizon. The flaw affects FortiSIEM version 6, 4.0 and higher, impacting a wide range of internet-exposed and unpatched FortiSIEM appliances. The vulnerability exists due to improper neutralization of special elements used in an OS command, which could allow a remote attacker to execute unauthorized commands. Fortinet initially denied the reality of the CVEs, claiming they were duplicates of a previously fixed flaw. However, they later confirmed the CVEs were indeed variants of the original vulnerability. The POC exploit released enables attackers to execute commands as root, posing a severe security threat to unpatched systems. Fortinet vulnerabilities have been frequently exploited in ransomware and cyber espionage attacks. With this latest development, we urge all users of Fortinet's SIEM solutions to apply the patches immediately to safeguard against potential breaches. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Next story, the U.S. Treasury Department has taken decisive action against a cybercrime network, sanctioning 3 Chinese nationals and 3 Thailand-based companies. These entities are linked to the notorious 911S5 botnet, which controlled a massive residential proxy service. Researchers from the Canadian University of Sherbrooke uncovered the illicit activities of the 911S5 service nearly 2 years ago. The service duped victims into installing malware under the guise of free VPN services, subsequently adding their IP addresses to the botnet. The botnet's activities were first revealed in June 2022, with the network controlling around 120,000 residential proxy nodes worldwide. A month later, investigative journalist Brian Krebs reported the implosion of 911S5 due to a security breach. However, the botnet resurfaced months later as Cloud Router, according to a February report from Spur Intelligence. The botnet had a far-reaching impact, with command and control servers located offshore or hosted within cloud servers. The compromised IP addresses spanned across the globe, enabling cybercriminals to mask their digital footprints effectively. The Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, stated that the botnet allowed cybercriminals to disguise their internet connections through compromised computers, making the victims appear responsible for the crimes. The botnet was involved in submitting fraudulent applications for coronavirus aid, resulting in billions of dollars in losses, and was even used in bomb threats across the U.S. in July 2022. The OFAC has sanctioned individuals Yunhei Wang, Jingping Liu, and Yani Zheng, along with entities Spicy Code Company Limited, Tulip Biz Pattaya Group Company Limited, and Lily Sweets Company Limited. Undersecretary Brian E. Nelson emphasized the commitment of the Treasury to disrupt cybercriminals and protect U.S. taxpayers. This crackdown signifies a major step in combating cybercrime and protecting the integrity of critical aid programs. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing story. Moving on, significant cybersecurity incident that has affected millions of Android users worldwide. The culprits are unidentified cybercriminals who managed to bypass Google Play's security measures to distribute malware and adware. Over 90 malicious Android apps were discovered on Google Play, with installations totaling over 5.5 million times. These apps were designed to deliver malware, including the notorious Anatsa banking Trojan, which targets financial applications to steal e-banking credentials. The recent surge in activity was reported by Threat Fabric in February 2024, noting that Anatsa had been actively infecting devices since the previous year. The malicious apps targeted users globally, with a focus on financial institutions in Europe, the US, the UK, and Asia. The objective of these attacks is to perform fraudulent transactions by stealing people's e-banking credentials. The Anatsa Trojan, also known as T-Bot, is particularly dangerous due to its ability to evade detection and perform on-device fraud. In a detailed analysis by Zakaler, it was revealed that Anatsa returned to Google Play through two decoy applications, PDF Reader and File Manager and QR Reader and File Manager, which collectively amassed 70,000 installations. The multi-stage payload loading mechanism of these apps allows them to slip through the cracks undetected. The report also highlighted the dominance of 5 malware families on Google Play, with Joker, FaceStealer, Anatsa, Koper, and various adware leading the charge. Although Anatsa and Koper account for only 3% of the total malicious downloads, their capabilities make them far more dangerous than the others. As a precaution, users are advised to review the permissions requested by new apps on Google Play, especially those related to high-risk activities such as accessibility service, SMS, and contacts list. The names of the 90-plus malicious apps have not been disclosed, and it's unclear whether they have been reported to Google for takedown. However, the 2 Anatsa dropper apps have been removed from Google Play at the time of this report. Next story, First American Financial Corporation, which is huge in the insurance industry and a trusted provider of settlement services, is grappling with the fallout of a cyber attack that compromised the personal information of thousands. In a brazen breach of security, attackers infiltrated First American's systems, gaining unauthorized access to sensitive data. This breach was first revealed last December, but the full extent of the impact has only recently come to light. It was on May 28, 5 months after the initial breach, that the company disclosed the severity of the breach to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Based in California, First American Financial Corporation operates across the nation, with over 21,000 employees and a staggering $6 billion in revenue reported last year. The motive behind the attack remains under investigation, but it's clear that the attackers were after the trove of personal and financial data that First American handles annually. The company was forced to take some systems offline to contain the attack. Despite their efforts, approximately 44,000 individuals were affected. In response, First American is offering credit monitoring and identity protection services at no cost to those impacted. This isn't the first time First American has faced such challenges. In November, they agreed to a $1 million penalty for a 2019 breach that exposed vast amounts of personal data due to a vulnerability in their Eagle Pro application. As we continue to monitor this situation, questions arise about the security measures in place at such significant financial institutions. We'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. For now, stay vigilant and protect your personal information. Moving on, we have an important update on a cybersecurity incident that has been unfolding over the past weeks. The identity and access management giant Okta has issued a warning to its customers. Okta's Customer Identity Cloud (CIC) feature has been targeted in a series of credential stuffing attacks. These attacks involve threat actors using stolen usernames and passwords to breach online accounts. The suspicious activity began on April 15, 2024, and numerous customers have been targeted since then. The attacks have been directed at endpoints utilizing Okta's cross-origin authentication feature, which is part of their CORE's cross-origin resource sharing functionality. The attackers are exploiting the core feature, which allows customers to add JavaScript to their websites and applications for authentication purposes. Okta has identified that the URLs granted access for cross-origin requests are being targeted. In response to these attacks, Okta has been proactive in monitoring for suspicious activity and has provided notifications and remediation guidance to the affected customers. They recommend that admins review logs for specific events that indicate attempts at unauthorized access and disable the CORE's feature if it's not in use. This incident is a stark reminder of the persistent threats in the digital world and the importance of robust cybersecurity measures. Next story, the U.S. Justice Department, in collaboration with international partners, has successfully dismantled the notorious 911 S5 proxy botnet. The mastermind behind this extensive network, 35-year-old Chinese national Yunhe Wang was arrested in Singapore. Yunhe Wang, the botnet's administrator, along with his co-conspirators. The 911S5 botnet, a massive network of millions of residential Windows computers linked to over 19 million unique IP addresses. The botnet has been operational since 2014, with Wang's arrest occurring recently. The botnet spanned globally, with dedicated servers across the world and a significant presence in the United States. The botnet was used for various cybercrimes, including bomb threats, child exploitation, and large-scale fraud. The criminals exploited the botnet to conduct cyberattacks and commit financial fraud, causing billions of dollars in losses. They also misused it to file fraudulent applications for CARES Act programs, unemployment insurance claims, and EIDL applications. The U.S. Treasury Department has sanctioned Wang and his associates, seizing assets and shutting down related domains. Wang faces up to 65 years in prison if convicted on all counts. Moving on, the computer hardware industry Cooler Master, a renowned manufacturer known for its computer cases, cooling devices, gaming chairs, and other peripherals, has suffered a significant data breach. The breach was executed by a threat actor going by the alias Ghoster, who claims to have stolen a substantial amount of data from Cooler Master's systems. The stolen data purportedly includes the fan zone member information of 500,000 customers, encompassing names, addresses, dates of birth, phone numbers, emails, and even credit card details, though the latter has not been confirmed by Bleeping Computer. The data theft occurred on May 18, 2024, and was only recently brought to light by the threat actor themselves. The breach targeted one of Cooler Master's front-facing websites, which led to unauthorized access to various databases, including those containing fan zone member information. It appears the motive behind the breach was financial gain, as Ghoster attempted to extort Cooler Master, demanding payment to prevent the sale or leak of the stolen data. In response to this incident, Cooler Master has yet to issue a statement or reply to inquiries. This breach raises serious concerns about the security measures in place to protect customer data and the potential risks faced by individuals whose information may have been compromised. Moving to our last story, we're reporting on a concerning development in the digital world where cybercriminals are exploiting the trust of developers. In a cunning new strategy, threat actors are using Stack Overflow, a popular platform for programmers, to promote a malicious PyPy package named Pitoilure. This package is part of the Cool Package campaign, previously identified for targeting Windows users. Researchers have uncovered that the Pitoilure package, falsely advertised as an API management tool, contains information-stealing malware. The malware is designed to harvest sensitive data such as cookies, passwords, and credit card information from unsuspecting victims. An account by the name of Estaya G was created on Stack Overflow to deceptively answer programming questions, directing users to install the malicious package. This approach is particularly insidious as it abuses the site's reputation and the trust within the coding community. This incident serves as a stark reminder to developers and the public to always verify the sources of the packages you integrate into your projects. Scrutinize the code for any unusual or obfuscated commands that could be executed, potentially compromising your systems. That's it for this week's news. Make sure to subscribe for future content. See you soon.